considering purchasing a property, we want to ask ourselves some really important questions that will help define who we are, what type of lifestyle we want to live, and what's the best home and neighborhood for us and our families. My name is Evelyn Lopes with the Evelyn Lopes Realty team. And as we journey through life, we are often faced with situations that require us to make a move. I help families successfully navigate the process of buying and selling real estate so that they can make best and informed decisions for themselves and their families that results in them living the life of their dream in the home of their dream. In today's video, I'm going to share with you some important questions to ask yourself when you are considering making your next move. Now, one of the first things that you should consider is, why am I making the move? What is most important to me about making the move? So perhaps you're in a house that's too big or too small, and the most important thing to you about making the move is to get into a house size that is now more reflective of the needs of your family. Size of the home, is it the location of the home? Is it the amenities of the home? Is it the price and affordability factor of the home? So think about what's most important to you about making that move. And I would identify it as your primary, your secondary, and your tertiary reasons. And keep those three priorities at the top when making your final decision. Another aspect that you want to think about when you're considering purchasing a property is how many people are going to be living in the house. Is it just yourself? Or is it a large family, or maybe even an extended family? You want to make sure that there's enough room and features and the functionality for everyone in the household. If you're still working, you may want to also consider commute times to work. You don't want to spend all day, every day in the car. So you want to think about how far are you willing to commute, and also what is the time factor. Also, what type of neighborhood are you looking for? Are you looking for a neighborhood that's vibrant, that has a high walk score, meaning you can walk to schools and shopping and amenities? Or do you want something that's a little bit more private and isolated, and you're okay to do a drive into your shopping and your amenities? You want to think about what serves you best and what works best with your lifestyle. Do you have children? Are they in school? What ages are your children? What schools are they going to be attending? Is it a public school, a private school? Do you want them to be able to walk to school? Are you okay for them to take the bus to school? Are you going to drive them to school? So you want to think about your children and their school situation. What activities is your household involved in? Are your children in sports? Do you like to golf? Do you like to go hiking? Do you want to be around nature and trails? Do you like to go fishing at the end of the day or skiing? There are neighborhoods where that type of amenities is within a few minutes of where you live. So think about your family and what types of activities they all like to do. Think about the house that you're currently in or that you've lived in previously. What types of things in that house were things that you didn't like? So maybe you didn't like the fact that the front foyer was so tight that, when your family of 5 or 6 came in, everybody was struggling to put on or take off their boots. Now, on the other side, think about the things that you absolutely loved about your other house. Maybe you loved the fact that the kitchen overlooked the great room or family room area because you have young children and you like to be cooking and still maintaining an eye on them to make sure everything is okay. Maybe you didn't like that because when you're cooking, it's messy and you just don't want everybody to be seeing what you're doing. I don't know. You have to think about your situation and what your preferences are. Now, what is a must-have in your ideal home? So again, you're going to consider things like who's in the family, what types of activities do they do. So if you've got, 4 kids and, 3 are boys and 1 is girls, a 3-bedroom home probably won't work for you. So think about things like that. Also think about, if you're working from home, as many of us are in these times, do you need a dedicated workspace? Can it be an open space or does it have to be a closed space? Do you like working on your cars? Do you need to have a garage space to do that? Do you have a lot of tools that you need to store somewhere? Do you like to spend a lot of time outside? Do you want to have gardens that you can tend in the summertime? So again, think about what's important to you and what is absolutely a must-have. Think of things like bedrooms, bathrooms, relative size of property, both inside and outside in terms of yardage and lawn care. Also, the fun part is your wish list. What are some of the things that you really wish you had in a home? Maybe you want something like a front porch or a garage. So think again about things that are important to you and your family and what you would absolutely be so happy if you were able to get. Now, remember, this is a wish list. We definitely want to try and get everything on our wish list, but we do want to discern between what is a must-have and what is a would like to have. And it is a trade-off in life whenever you're making your final decisions, but you want to make sure that you have everything that is definitely on your must-have list. Now, also think about things like floor plans. Do you like a traditional floor plan? Do you like a center hall floor plan where it's a hall, living room, dining room on the other side? Do you like an open concept floor plan where everything is open and flows easily and you can look from one room to the other room? So again, think about what works for you and your family. Now, also think about the house and whether you want something that is move-in ready or whether you're willing to do some renovations. So if you are willing to do some renovations, I also want you to think about how much renovations are you willing to undertake? Are you a handyman or are you going to have to pay someone to do all of this work? So think about the renovations. And when you're thinking about renovations, I want you to think about time and money. So it takes time to do those renovations and it takes money to do those renovations. So if you have a really, really busy work schedule and you don't have a lot of time to work around the house, think about that if you're undertaking a renovation. Are you going to do the renovations? Are you going to take time off work or are you going to have to pay someone to do it? And how much money do you have left over to do those renovations? And is the money available right now? Or is it going to be a future renovation? And in the interim, are you okay to stay in the house in the state that it's in? The other thing that you want to make sure that you take care of before you actually start going out and looking physically at homes is determining your financing. So get a pre-approval in place so that you know exactly how much money you have to work with and what that monthly cost is going to be, and make sure that you and your family feel comfortable with the costs involved. Now, if you're looking for certain things and you're not finding it in the initial area that you're looking for, you may have to make some changes. And you need to ask yourself, are you prepared to make changes in one of 3 areas or maybe all 3 areas? And the things that will affect what you get is location, the price that you're willing to pay, or the condition of the property. Those 3 variables you can alter to help you get everything that you want in a home. And then lastly, I want you to think about your time frame. Are you ready to move now, or is this a future move? And so depending on the time frame that you're in, that's going to dictate some of your options that are available for you in terms of finding the house and also potentially in terms of selling your current property. So I hope that those questions will really, get the wheels turning and help you identify your ideal home so that you and your family can make the best and informed decision when making a move so that you can help find your best home and best life. Again, my name is Evelyn Lopes with the Evelyn Lopes Realty team. If you have any questions or if you would like to have a full consultation with us and uncover what's really, really important in making your next move, we'd be happy to help. You can reach us direct at 905-965-5902, or you can send a message to us below. And hey, if you really enjoyed this video, please comment below, share with friends or family who may be considering making a move and would find this information helpful. And don't forget to subscribe so that you'll be notified of all of our new and upcoming videos. Thanks for tuning in, and we will see you next time.